Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more of our Wolves FM24 beta. It is time. It is the FA Cup quarterfinal against Manchester City. Now, going to be looking at Manchester City, but first we have some games that I did play. I did wish they went better. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh, that's F1. I'm supposed to be over here. There we go. So, we took on, let's flip this the other way, goes on top. So we took on Manchester United. I mean, we allowed them to score 94th goal to steal a point from us. Would have been nice to get that 3 points. Instead, we get one, and well, that's just the luck does not continue. With Brentford, well, Ivan Toney with 2 goals, Wassa with 1 for them. We had Martel and Sesko have 1. We had Jadon Sancho go down with a long-term injury. Not a long-term, but really it's long-term for us because it's a 3-week injury, and he got it in the first week. So we're looking at getting him back around Leicester City. Maybe Aston Villa. Now remember, this is the quarterfinal. We still have to play the semifinal if we get past this, which means that semifinal is going to be somewhere in the realm of mid-May. So at least he'll be back for maybe the last 5 to 6 games, maybe in the FA Cup. If we have one in May, he might be back with that. But it's a big injury to us, but it does not stall us. Dr. Fofana comes away with a big header in the 89th minute to give us the win against Sheffield United. Where does that put us in the league itself? We are second, you saw at the top there, 3 points behind Man City. We play Man City in the league still. Back in May, it's the 4th to last game. It could come down to the league with that. We'll see. Today we're going to be playing at least Man City. Now I might skip ahead. If we win this game, we might play the FA Cup semifinal. I'm pretty sure it's not a two-legged bit. It's just a straight one win, one game, winner take final. So if we get that, we'll kind of see what it is. The teams that have played so far, United has played Nottingham Forest. First we play Man City, and then Bournemouth and Liverpool play, and Crystal Palace and Leeds. So if we can get past this and we don't draw Liverpool, we'll probably play. Well, if we get past this, then Liverpool is up with United. Maybe United can beat Liverpool. Knowing our luck, we would draw Liverpool, and it would be a bad day. Okay, so what does that mean? That means for us, Endrick's going to be on the left side. Martel's still going to be up top. And that's how we're going to play it. Oh, I'm so nervous about this. I mean, we already have European football. So it's not like we're fighting for a position to where, like, we're not going to have European football if we don't win this game. We at least are locked in for the Europa League, and we've already got our board's task of having a top half finish. Because there's 8 games left, we can't actually finish lower than 10th. There's the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Erling Haaland will be up top. We have blanked him before. I don't know if we can do it again. We blanked him before, but it still turned out to be a draw. It's just how good this team is. I think it ended up being not De Bruyne, but I think it was actually, I don't see him. Grealish probably isn't on the team anymore. Maybe we'll have to see. Martel over to Gomes. Gomes has had a good run, and he's gonna put one in the back of the net. João Gomes has played absolutely crazy, absolutely amazing. We have a promise that if we don't make it to the Champions League, we are going to have to sell him because he wanted to go play, I think, for Manchester City, I think. I want to say, possibly. We are in at least a position to give him Champions League football. Lulu up. Hendrick following that ball. Bowen back to Lewis. Aki looking around. He wants to go in that middle where Erling Haaland is. Erling Haaland keeps on calling for the ball. Foden to De Bruyne. Foden going down far side. Smeedu, good tackle. Gonna play it all the way up top. Martel. He has space in front of him. Martel! Don't call that. The flag is up. VAR. It looked like he was onside. Oh, I thought he was onside. Should not quit my day job with that. Ooh, he is not onside there. Good crossover though. I love the play. Martel was actually in the last goal. Now, I was thinking about putting him where Endrick was, but he's had 21 goals from that position up there. So I thought to myself, we're not going to change that. Obviously, we might if we get in Fofana, but we'll see how Sesko plays. Livermento up to Gomes. Sesko. A touch, a shot, a goal. Let's go. His 22nd of the season. We got two players that are above 20 goals. That's how we've done such a great job. 2-0 over City. They are still a very good team. They are still a very good team. We can't get lackluster here. I'm still going to demand more. It is City. We want to hold on to this. Remember, this is the FA Cup, so a draw will go into a replay. I think it would be at City. Lulu puts it in there. Looked like it bounced off maybe Sa's hands. Isn't theirs? I think there's the Emirates Stadium. Could be wrong. See the shot? It goes in. It bounces off. Bella, that's just bad luck. He's had a couple of balls bounce off of him, which have ended up being in the goal over the past couple of games. It happens. Okay. I think we've played well. Let's find another gear. Let's come out and do good things. Most of our attack is good in the green. Gomes with that goal. Okay, here's Olmo going over. Bella's going to win that. We're going to push up pressure here. Phillips. Sesko's going to break down the play a little bit. Up to De Bruyne. In one. Bernardo Silva did come in, so is he offsides? Sa's trying to plead his place. He's onside. I thought he was onside. I thought he looked onside. Yeah, it's Bella again. Bella guarding Erling Haaland, and he's worried about him. Fine. And that's Kalulu as a libero. What? We have the AI playing a libero right now. Bernardo Silva, do not do that. Do not embarrass me with that. I'm gonna demand more. De Bruyne going in, playing. Erling Haaland's not gonna win that. Erling Haaland has the ball. De Bruyne's gonna take a shot. That's gonna ricochet off the post. And Sesko's gonna bring that up. Martel though is struggling in pace right now. Okay, let's make a couple of changes. Sesko is also struggling. Let's go for Fofana. Endrick. Huston to Diane for Endrick. Off this cheek, you're gonna come out. We're gonna get in. Am I blind? I guess Swain. Oh, he can't play because he's cup tied, so that's why he's not up here. I was about to say, where's my like main other sub that I always play? That means we are likely gonna have to do Silva in this position. He has played it. Listen to die is gonna be an advanced playmaker. Actually, I could do this. Silva being an inside forward. Push up like this. Endrick. Okay. See if the boys can hold out. It ended up being an FA Cup rematch. I mean, it's entertaining to play again. However, we're going to be exhausted if we have to play a rematch. We're playing pretty well, though. Okay, extra time. Is there no rematches? Crazy. I thought there was rematches. Maybe at this late, the rules are different. After the 5th round. Okay, that's an issue because I don't have my best shooters out here. No, Ana Silva, Gomes. Can I get... Yeah, that's not allowed. Livramento, are you decent at penalties? No, you're not. Livramento. 5. 4. I might get in Dowell. I might play with this and Dowell comes in, so it becomes Martel. Fofana's at 13. Silva's at 13. Gomes is 10. I mean, it's... Put Livramento out and putting Kilman. We're just going to have to get lucky. It comes down to it. Just gonna come down to Gomes having a good day today. Well, he scored and he was the assister on that other goal. Let's go. Here's Kilman with the throw in. Martel over to Gomes, back to Ignacio. Ignacio's looking over to Sanson, over to Nuri. Plays up. Hudson Odoi. Looking. Swanson up. Over to Hudson. And Dedick is going to be there, but Silva is going to get that clearance. Back to Gomes. Gomes trying to work it in the box. It's there. Martel. To Silva. To Sanson. And it's a goal by Morgan Sanson. Let's go. Morgan Sanson. We brought him in for only 6 months. He agreed to it. It wasn't a lot of money that we needed to really tie up or some time. We just needed another player back there. And he gets us a goal. Okay. I'm gonna demand more. No one has any cards. We want more. Solier looking. Erlen Haaland. Ignacio. Good tackle on Haaland. Looking around back. Ruben. Plays it back to Ortega. Ortega up to Dedic. Bring it up. De Bruyne has the ball, plays it back to Dedic. Move it around to Olmo. Olmo looking for Erling Haaland in the middle. And that's a two-man crash down. Nuri's there. Haaland shut down. De Bruyne with a shot. De Bruyne puts it in the back of the nets. 3-3 looks like we might go to time. I am not very... Oh, I am not... Oh my gosh, don't do it to me, FM. Oh, thank you, Hudson. Nuri, up to Hudson. Looking, up to Martel. Martel looking, he wants to play it up top. Good tackle by Stones, and he's going to have the counterattack here. Goes on Stones. Passes in, Alvarez. Good pass. Good blocking in. Kalulu? Oh my god, that's going to be probably game there. 5 minutes left. Just losing it out of possession. Ruben looking around. He's going to play it back. Ortega out to Kalulu. Come on, get some pressure up here. Let's go. We'll have some time. We don't have time. That's why we're on very attacking. Let's go. Oh my god, there was no reason for this, Ignacio. Erling Haaland's hurt, so there's that. Really, we're playing a 3 front now. We're 3 back. And that's us bounced out in extra time against Man City. I'm proud of the efforts of everyone. Ignacio, I'm just disappointed that you got sent off, because you're also going to be out the next 2 games in the league. But I thought that was a pretty good push. They're going to find you for that. That was a pretty good push there. Ignacio Seps is fine. We're going to be back, I think, for... Oh, you know what? I'm going to play all the way to the next Man City game. It's going to be the tale of 2 games against Man City. And it's going to be all about beating them. Because, well, I want some revenge. And it's the only way we're going to have an ability to win the cup, win the table at this point. So, we're going to play Man City again. We'll see what happens. We should have Jadon Sancho back. So here is the race right now for the title. Between City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and of course us. The last 4 games, we'll look at the last 5 games. We're obviously going to come back with the Manchester City game, which is probably the most important one here. City does have an easier schedule. Bournemouth, who's in relegation. Wolves, Aston Villa, which could be a little bit more difficult because Aston Villa does have something to play for, trying to get in the European spots. And Middlesbrough and Newcastle, 2 mid-table teams. Liverpool, just pretty much mid-table teams, but then we play Liverpool also, so that's a big one as well. Liverpool sorted, well, 1 point ahead of us, so that last final game, at the end of the day, might decide if we can get over City. That Liverpool game might decide the title as well, so it's big. Then we will play Villa, obviously City, West Ham, Arsenal, and Liverpool. We have the hardest ones, the hardest schedule to finish the year. For no team is under 9th that we have to play. We play 3 teams that are in the title hunt right at the end of the season, which is insane. So it's going to be a difficult one. Arsenal plays Chelsea, Leeds, Newcastle. Then we play them the second to last game of the season. So that might end up being a big one because Arsenal's also 3 points behind us. That one's going to be big. And then United, well, they play a bunch of mid-table teams until they hit Tottenham, who's 8th, who is trying to get back into the fight. But the easiest is likely Liverpool or United. I'd probably say United, though, is the easiest because that's 2 relegation teams, the relegation zone for them that they play. No one else has something like that. Liverpool's the closest one, but man, our finish to the season is going to be difficult. I still have to play Aston Villa before we get to the City game. All right, we have some news. That is, well, Liverpool. It's not that Liverpool's up and taking the lead for division. No, it is a possibility of we can qualify for the Champions League with a win over Man City. Supporters, ooh, I like to see. It's a real 6-pointer against Man City, and games don't come much bigger than when they all but signpost the destiny of the Premier Division. Winning would clear an objective as a footnote to the bigger story. Oh, there's a supporter spokesman. That's cool. Okay, let's see. We do have a couple of injuries. Our injuries are as follows. Tomas Orejo's out. Nelson Smidu is out for the remainder of the season for torn abdominal muscles in a workout. Orejo's out for a groin strain in training. Just hit the ball awkwardly. Just like the same thing with Martel. Pulled thigh hitting the ball awkwardly in a shooting drill. Which means Endrick's going to start up top. Nori is going to get the remainder of the starts out at center back, out wide on the right. And the other changes, Orejo is going to be, he was originally on the bench. What we're going to have is Morgan Sanson, who was the hero of tying up the first game against Man City earlier in this episode. It just was not meant to be. Fabio Silva and Justin Dial. Endrick is probably for the, well, Martel's not out that long. So, we need something. The issue is, though, is I'm going to switch this because I've changed my mind. Sesko is going to be the attacking forward. Datro Fofana, with his 17 goals here, is going to be the complete forward. This is how we're going to play this game. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm nervous that we could... I mean, we have... Of course, we have this game in Liverpool that's big. We have Arsenal also. I mean, this is a very, very difficult finish to the season. Holland, of course, up top. Dangerous as ever. Hasn't really put a lot of goals in against us, but yet the first season he did. This season he has not. Let's see if we can bottle him up even more, but... I mean, the look of it is... Also... is there's not going to be an extra Champions League spot. So this is the Champions League spots we have. So this is big. If we clinch this, United can't do it because United lost their game. Actually, United is playing their 35th game right now. So that is big. We also will not win anything by goal difference, which means we have to beat outright Liverpool and Man City in record. This is what makes this so important. Josh Fofana up top, going to dribble it up. He's going to lose it to Akita De Bruyne. Foden brings it up here. Fast counterattack. He's cut off. Cross there to try to get to Haaland. Ignacio's there, but Haaland gets it back. De Bruyne, Bernardo, and he is going to hit the bar, Bernardo Silva, and that's just going to be cleared out. We need a win today, boys. Let's get something. Not great on the possession portion. Let's make a couple of tactical changes. Here, let's go a little bit shorter in passing. And I want to work the ball in the box. Let's go a little shorter on passing. Give a little encouragement. We just need to maintain some semblance of some kind of possession. De Bruyne is going to take this one up. He's going to play it over top. Rodrigo's going to take a hit. And Erling Haaland is just sitting there right in the middle. This was always going to be a difficult game. It's City. We've played them tough the last couple of times, but we just do not have the players yet as a team. It's going to be a difficult one. And I think ultimately when it comes to winning the division, we have to split with these other teams in. Right now, with only one shot, is a good high percentage. No, it's not. It's not even on target. It's not even on target. They are mad right now because I keep on demanding more of them. Throw the water bottle. How are you not angry? How are you now? How are you stressed? You all should be motivated. Go out there. Make the difference. Come on, encourage. Immediately, and then we have two more shots on goal immediately as we go in another one. Or shots. None of them are on goal. We're demanding more. We're not getting it. De Bruyne is there. Sa's gonna punch it away from Erling Haaland. What? Oh my gosh. That hurts. So Sesko's gonna win that in the air. Ruben Diaz gonna hit it back. And back to Ruben Diaz. De Bruyne. Grealish. I don't know what that little bounce around triangle was. Haaland should have scored that goal. He didn't. Livramento. We're gonna take Livramento out. Endrick. I'm gonna pull Jadon Sancho back. And we're gonna pull the issues. I need Sancho here maybe. Let's get Endrick for Sancho and let's get Endrick up here. Complete forward. Endrick's gonna be the attacking forward. We're just gonna leave a little space. It'll be fine. And from here, is Kilman the one to really play there? I guess he kind of has to. Let's not make him a complete forward. Let's make him just a wing back on attack. And then let's Ignacio come out. We'll put in Collins. We'll see how the rest of this goes. '75th minute. Loftus-Cheek's going to come out. Doyle's going to come in. We're not seeing it up there, but let's get Sanson in. Get Gomes as a central midfielder on attack. Let's get Sanson as a midfielder on support. Let's see if that gets some pressure up top. This Collins is going to head that. De Bruyne's going to move it around, play it up to Grealish. Back to De Bruyne, and that is going to be a good shot. I think that is going to be the end of this push. We just need one win. It's against some of the harder teams literally in the division. We have one easy team, and we just need to beat them. Maybe that is our punch into the Champions League. We don't want to be knocked in and have to deal with the Europa League. We could win the Europa League. However, the Champions League is just better because Zhao, we don't need to actually tell him if that's the case. Hendrick back to Gilman. Gilman plays up to Doyle. Doyle turns. That's the Hendrick. Hendrick has to have a big touch and just trying to lead himself. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get much here today. Down with 10 men. I mean, they're just flooding the field. Yeah, and that's... At least this wasn't the cup game from earlier. We tried. We tried again. We lose yet another new city. The pack I'm using doesn't have City's uniform in yet in the pack, so don't be alarmed. But Dacho Fofana was not great. Well, that pulls United within 2 points. We just won. Arsenal's within 3 points of us. We could drop out of this because we do have to play Arsenal. So that could be an issue. We have to beat West Ham. West Ham is the biggest one. I think we're going to play this in this episode. I'm going to call an audible. We're going to play it. I'm going to appeal against it, but I don't think it's really going to matter. I need something. We desperately need fun games. So unfortunately for that, I think Wesley Fofana is suspended for the rest of the season. We also had Endrick go down with an injury that will likely last him also the rest of the season. It will. At this point, Martel has to play. This can be hard. But we still only need one win to get a Champions League spot. And this is against West Ham, so it technically should be easier, but you never know that can happen, especially with our lack of depth on the bench right now. However, if we can do this, this would give us 77. With 2 games left, Arsenal would not be able to get up there with us. We need this win. Nuri's going to put it in there. Sancho can't win it in the air. Nuri's going to play it over to Mansverk. Back to Nuri. In. It bounces around and Anthony Martel puts it in. His 24th goal of the season. A weight is lifted. A weight has lifted. Because this could have been bad if we couldn't actually win this game. We have Arsenal and I think Liverpool to finish out the season. Not easy matchups. It might end up being an end of episode where we get destroyed in the last 2 games, but we'll see. Sancho dribbling around, and what a great kick. Ariola makes that one. Trying to put that in there, and Zama comes up with or Zuma, I think it is, actually. Makes the play. Sancho looking, plays it back to Livramento. Livramento bouncing it around. Nuri gets the ball, plays it up to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek in the back of the net. Good play. VAR wants to take a look at this. They likely have Apple evidence that he's offside. So let's see. The video says he is not. I'm surprised. Because he was immediately in the keeper's face before he put it through his legs. We're going to play the offside line. Let's see. Okay. A Champions League spot. 2 years. No real big flashy. Well, I can't say that. Sesko was a big flashy signing. Martel was released, so that wasn't. Sancho was a flashy signing, though. I don't know if we're going to have the ability to bring in someone else that's massive. I would like to bring in Dacho Fofana. That would be awesome if I could. Martel will likely want to move on, but who knows? I'd love to go with Sesko, Fofana, and maybe Endrick. I'm not sure who the depth pieces are, but I think Sancho's going to end up staying here because he actually wanted to sign here. Martel was the iffy one that, with him not being signed, he wanted to take a deal that was likely more player friendly than anything. Martel is going to take the shot. Let's see what he can do. It will be a penalty awarded. Can we make it 3-0? Can we make it 3-0? And there it is. 3-0 to Wolves. It's the 25th goal for Martel. I think Martel at this point has more than Sesko. I think Sesko has 22. 23. They're pretty close to each other, the grand scheme of things, and I'm fine with that. They're already picking up 2 assists today. It's nice to see. Loftus-Cheek is going to come out. We're going to put in Doyle. Nuri's going to come out. I think Collins is going to go in. Actually, Kilman is a better crossing. He can only play on the left. Of a wing back on support. The other one is we're going to pull in Hudson-Odoi for Sancho. Actually, can Sancho play up top? Yeah, let's play Sancho up here. Let's put Joseph here for Hudson. Odoi here and Sanson. Let's get him in. Mansberg. Okay. West Ham goes down. I'm happy with this. Ooh, what a shot. Who's going to take this? Sanson's going to adjust it. Back up. Let's see. Should be shot on goal. It is, and that's going to be his second goal of the season. Okay, Sanson. Love the shot. 4-0 to West Ham. Champions League berth, season 3. Let's go. That should mean also the board isn't going to hassle me over the 70 million that we're kind of in the hole. We have Champions League football. I don't think they'll be angry. Now, am I going to get 80 million? Probably not. But what does that mean for Fofana, though? That is the question. that we are all thinking that will be addressed in definitely the next episode. We still have a run to do at the title. It's going to be difficult. Arsenal can tie us, but that goal differential, just as long as you don't get absolutely destroyed. However, also remember, we do play Arsenal back here, so if we take a draw or a win, that no longer matters. Let's see it. Let's see the message that we've qualified. We technically have not qualified. That's the thing. So I guess we'll qualify next week. Depending on the result of the Arsenal game. Yeah, because it's... Arsenal hasn't played their 35th game. Ah, that's why. We have to play a good game against Arsenal. In our last games against Liverpool. When's Arsenal play their next game? It's Newcastle. Newcastle. Was that today? They do play them. Let's see. Newcastle, I need you to grab a win for us. They do. Okay. That means Liverpool is in. If we get a draw next week or win against Arsenal, that is it. We are in the Champions League. I don't know what we're ultimately going to come with in finances. I think we'll have just about a break even during the next season and all of the... I think ultimately we'll be fine. They should give us a fair, decent amount of money. I'm hoping. We'll see. Next year's payroll budget is likely going to be around 132. Is about what we're spending. Yeah, I think ultimately we should be fine. We'll have to see what we can get in player sales, because there are a couple sales that we're definitely going to do. So I can't believe we're here. We have survived the gauntlet. We still have 2 more games in the gauntlet to go through. But if we survive the gauntlet, at least it's Champions League football. At least it will be a 3rd or 4th finish. And that's going to be enough to get us in. We'll have to see in tomorrow's episode if we end up doing it. So thanks for hanging out. Go leave a like below, comments, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.